Michael Cole. My name is PK, or Paul Kelly Selhorst Jr. That's my full name, and I'm honored and so very grateful to be part of the 2023 Paubox Kahikina STEM Scholarship Program. This scholarship and program will not only help me afford my education at the University of Oregon, but it'll also connect me to a large network of Native Hawaiians in the tech field and STEM areas. At the University of Oregon, I plan on studying computer science and math, which is kind of just thrown into the degree. Um, but mainly just computer science. And my love for computer science started when I was around 8 years old, when my parents enrolled me in one of those get your kid out of the house, do what you want spring break programs, where we learned Python and sort of simple functions just to um, and give you a gateway into the tech field as a child. And I thought it was cool, so I eventually grew to love it. And um, when I was 9 through 12, I was spending my summers at UC Berkeley learning C Sharp, C++, Java, a little bit of Lua, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, just to sort of build apps, games, websites, robotics programs, just sort of get me surrounded with the idea of technology, computer programming, software engineering, stuff like that. But around the age where I was 13 to 16, I slowed down and started focusing on other activities like jiu-jitsu, soccer, and skateboarding, and just sort of being a kid in Hawaii growing up, hanging out with my friends, doing all that little beach stuff and stuff like that. So I grew very distant to my love of computer science and computer programming. It wasn't until my junior year where I came to the realization that I have no idea what I'm doing after high school. I was like, oh, I have 2 years left. That went by way too fast. What am I doing with my life? And throughout COVID, my whole plan was corporate law, because while in quarantine, I surrounded myself with a lot of friends that had family in the legal industry. So being in that sort of group kind of just guided me to law, because they're like, oh yeah, you should do this. I love my job. But I never really saw myself being in corporate law because I don't have a connection to that field. But I still wanted to be in law because they really good at persuading me. And so junior summer, a really good family friend from California came down, and he's the head of marketplace at Facebook, or he was the head of marketplace at Facebook, but he sort of guided me into what I do want to do now. At first it was space law, but I was like, again, I don't really see myself in that industry. I don't have a connection to it. Then it was tech law, which I was like, oh yeah, I love technology. Or I used to love technology. I still love it. Why not sort of transition myself more into that field instead of focusing on a topic that I don't really see myself enjoying in the next however many years I'm in that. But yeah, that comes down to my senior year, where my entire junior year I was just tech law, tech law, tech law. And I was pretty set on that, but I didn't really have a specific aspect of tech law that I wanted to go in until the idea of AI and machine learning in the classroom came up with ChatGPT and those programs, where I was kind of like, AI it's already the future. It's gonna keep growing. The programs are gonna keep getting stronger, and where it's gonna eventually have to steal someone's personal property and information. I already see that with the lawsuit going on with ChatGPT right now, but I was like, we already see people stealing Native Hawaiian sort of culture with our language, our practices, stuff like that. Why, what's stopping AI from doing the same thing and stealing it on a level where we don't know how to control it? And so that's kind of where I find myself right now. That's where my journey led me to, and that's where I want to go with my life. Being an AI lawyer, hopefully focusing on Hawaiian affairs, and really in the next 4 years of college, I'll sort of just see what happens, but that's where I'm set on right now. But I just wanted to thank Paubox for this opportunity, to Huala Greavy for believing in me and many other Native Hawaiian students going into the tech field. And yeah, overall, thank you so much for the committee and the board for really trusting the next generation of Hawaiians to save us. So, mahalo nui loa. Have a good night.